This is why I suck at being an influencer. I shot this entire video with half my head out of the frame. Never mind. You have to watch it this way. Good morning. I am awake very, very early in the morning today. I am heading out for a microblading workshop to Pune, which is organized by the IDVL, which is our Indian Association of Dermatologists. So it's a big deal. I'm very excited. I'm going to be teaching about maybe 30. They've got 30 registrations for this workshop, where I'm going to be teaching them about how to do eyebrow microblading and other forms of permanent makeup. It's a lot to learn in a day, but it's doable. Oh shit, I've got a lot of moisturizer here. I'm going to use the rest on my hands. So yeah, microblading is essentially a pretty fun procedure. It's not something that all dermatologists do. I like doing it because I really liked painting a lot as a kid. I really liked sketching. All my textbooks in school used to be full of, sketches of faces constantly. So when I became a dermatologist and I found out there's something called microblading, I was like, oh my god, I have to learn this because this is the only way I can continue sketching. So microblading is essentially a form of like a semi-permanent tattooing for people with really sparse eyebrows. Okay, my lip balm is over. Ow. So for people with really sparse eyebrows, you can add density to your eyebrows, add a little more definition to your eyebrows by doing microblading. So if you're someone who keeps touching up their eyebrows regularly, microblading becomes like a one-stop solution. It lasts about a year, so you get exact hair-like strokes within your brows, which makes it look very natural. And personally, I really don't like those extremely done up block-like eyebrows. It looks great on TV actors and film stars, but I don't think it really looks good in person at all. I personally hate that look. It looks so fake. It should look natural. Whatever you do, whatever skincare you do, needs to look natural. It needs to sort of preserve your own look. You have to look like you at the end of it, otherwise there's no point. We're only enhancing, we're not masking. That's what I really believe in. I'm going to use a little bit of concealer today because I really haven't slept at all. I usually go most days without any. I've also got a few acne breakouts that I'm really trying to hide. A dermatologist with acne. It's quite ironic, but it happens to us. It really, really does. A lot. Far more often than you think. Anyway, coming back to microblading. So there's a bunch of forms of microblading. There is pure microblading, which is what I'm going to be teaching today, in which you actually draw strokes with this blade-like instrument. There's also powder brows and ombre brows. Now, powder and ombre brows are essentially where you create like a shaded effect. So we use a separate machine for it, in which you get that like this powdered shaded effect, the way it would look after you actually apply an eyebrow pencil, which also looks nice, but yeah, to each his own. I do like the look of microblading more, at least on the medial sides, and a powder or ombre on the lateral sides. So yeah, I'm heading out. It's going to be a long day. I am going to Pune for this. PCMC to be precise. I think it's at Aditya Birla Hospital. And it's going to be interesting. My son doesn't know I'm going. I don't know how he's going to find out. I'm going to have to get on a video call with him when he wakes up and break this devastating piece of information to him. Okay. I think I'm good. Ironically, I'm going to be touching up my eyebrows today. I haven't microbladed them in a while. I've just microbladed them once, maybe 4 years ago. Get on with it. I like using this eyebrow pencil from Benefit. It's really, really nice. Again, gives you like hair-like strokes. But man, I wish I want an eyebrow. I want to microblade my brows because I'm just going to keep doing this on a daily basis. Today I'm wearing makeup, which is a little bit of a rarity for me. I normally don't really like to go with makeup on. I just wear lipstick and a little bit of blush. But yeah, today, since it's a big deal and it's a workshop and all that, I'm really trying. Oh god, I'm terrible at this. You know, I'm great at microblading, but I'm really bad at doing my eyebrow pencil somehow. On your own self, it's much harder. Okay, I think we're there. Ta-da. I'm ready.
Strokes to add volume, to make it look thicker, to make it look more dense, which is enough. But when there are patients जिनमें बिल्कुल eyebrows है ही नहीं, या फिर if you find a lot of asymmetry between the two sides, that is when eyebrow mapping becomes super important. So irrespective whether you feel it's needed or not, कर लो. Likely become a little blurred and they start looking a little thicker later over time. They may become slightly bluish or grayish. So that is when your real skill of your microblading comes into play there. So try to hide your strokes between hair. That is when it honestly looks best after fading as well. Nobody should be able to tell that your patient has done any microblading. That is very, very important. Strokes should be done parallel, or there should be feathering or cross hatching. But when you're cross hatching, you should make sure that the strokes are not intersecting. Like in some eyebrows what happens is, chalo, you started here, upar se, from the head end, and it starts curving. There are some strokes coming down and there are some strokes going up. We'll practice this on skin, you'll understand what I'm saying. So some strokes going down, some coming up, and they would ideally meet in the middle. But if you make them cross over too much, that is when it starts blurring after a couple of days. Initially, after a couple of days, it starts blurring in the middle. So you don't want that to happen. That blotching should not happen. These are just some pictures that we've done. So again, the head end needed a lot of refinement and the rest of it. Okay, so now this patient had not done her threading before coming, so I had to shave it and actually